There seems to be a humongous elephant in the room in regards to the black community, thing called molestation, right? We're denial about it. We don't want to acknowledge it. Is there anything realistically that can be done to minimize molestation? Because, man, it's just like, yeah, these kids are destroyed, and it seems like it's hard for them to bounce back from it.
Oh, it's very hard for them to bounce back. But here's why they can't bounce back. The time between trauma and treatment can be 40 years. If you got molested at 8 and you're going to see a therapist for the first time at 48, you see what I'm saying? The core beliefs that trauma gave birth to in your consciousness, how are we going to get them out? You've been operating on those for 40 years. We can get them out, but it might take 40 years to get rid of them. You follow me? So one of the issues is the time between trauma and treatment. If we got them right after they got touched, we could save them all. But if you ain't getting them till 20, 30 years after they've been molested, you can still save them, but it's going to be much tougher. The other problem is the what I want to call it, the society of silence. Sex abusers are expected to remain quiet, and their perpetrators can almost guarantee that they will be, because if I tell my mother my stepfather touched me, she got to get a divorce. I don't know if my mother will ever find a man who she loves like this. You follow me? So I'm going to bear this for the sake of my mom's happy. You see how that works? I don't want to tell my father his brother touched me. His brother? My father and his brother are best friends. That will kill him, and he's probably going to kill him. I can't afford my father to go to jail. You see that? So children always keep it inside to protect the innocence of the adults who they know are going to be forever impacted by that. So how do you stop a child from doing what they think is right for their parents? But let's go a step further. The number one risk factor for somebody becoming a child sex abuser is having been abused themselves. You know what the second risk is? Emotional abuse and abandonment. Let me tell you what I learned at my pre-doc. I learned that when a child is emotionally abused and abandoned, they have no body. They need somebody. For a while, they use their toys, but the toys can't talk back, can't hug back, can't love back. So guess what? If I'm used to being abused and abandoned, right? Nobody has ever really spent time with me, poured into me. My mom is too into her career, my father into his new wife. I need somebody to love me like I love them, right? So my victim has to be somebody who can't do what? Refuse my advances. I can't afford any more rejection. I can't afford any more abandonment. So I got to find a victim who can reciprocate, but who is totally under my control. That's why the 12-year-old gets the 5-year-old. That's why the 15-year-old gets the 8-year-old, because they are too young to say no. They are too young to go tell. They are too young to resist intimidation. And this is why child sex abuse begins in childhood. If we don't give Black children the love that they need when they are children, they will try to vicariously take it from another younger child when they get older. Pedophilia, child pedophilia, even adult, but we're talking children, at a certain level can be viewed as a drastic attempt to force a loving relationship with someone who cannot refuse me, because I never had a loving relationship with my parents who did refuse me.